We apologize for interrupting your regularly scheduled programming. A terrorist situation has arisen in Danville, Illinois. Short bursts of gunfire have erupted throughout the day. Late last night, the first shots were fired between the military and what are purported to be members of ISIS, and it is still unclear which side is initiating the battle by Islamic extremists armed with what is believed to be a nuclear device. Following the tragic conclusion to the events in Danville, the military has located a sole survivor.
Okay. Dr. Lehman's personal notes, October 16th, 2015. New patient admittance today. First name Daniel, last name Melnick. Daniel is coming to us from Advocate Broman in Bloomington, airlifted from Ground Zero in Danville. He's currently receiving basic IV drip along with doses of potassium iodide, and Daniel's being sent to us for basic psychiatric evaluation, which much needed, being he's the only survivor of the bombing. He should be arriving any minute for his initial evaluation. Come in.
Daniel Melnick is here?
Sure. Bring him in, please. Thank you. Hello, Daniel. I'm Dr. Lehman. Please, allow me to have a seat. Thank you. Thank you. So, Dan. So, do you find it hard to move around? Aches, pains? You seem to be moving a little slow.
I'm pretty sure I received a sedative when I was at the hospital. I woke up here in the infirmary.
That's right. That's right. It says it here. Well, if you should have any aches or pains going forward, in particular where your bones feel kind of cold and achy, let me know, okay?
Okay.
Listen, I'm not going to lie, you've been through quite an ordeal, to say the least.
Yeah. I really don't want to talk about that right now.
That's fine. That's totally fine. We have plenty of time to get to know one another. This is really just our first initial meeting of an extensive psychiatric evaluation. So, let's do this. Why don't we just start with talking about ourselves? I'll go first. So I'm Dr. Lehman.
Yeah, how extensive?
Our evaluation period will be approximately 6 weeks.
6 weeks?
Mr. Melnick, we have a full ward here, and I see each of my patients once a week. And the addition of your person, regardless of the circumstance of your residency, does not change the fact that you've been through something terribly traumatic, okay? Now, depending on your mental state, okay, whether it be grief counseling, survivor's guilt, this will take some time. It's going to take a while, all right? So, shall we begin? All right, so I'm Dr. Lehman. I run the 4th and 5th floors here at the hospital, and I've been here for 15 years now. Hard to believe it that long, but I've treated all manner of mental ailments. I love a glass of fine wine now and again. Enjoy the opera whenever I have a chance, and I love to read the classics. So give it a shot.
You know my name?
That's all right. Tell me the rest.
I drove meat trucks.
All right. Did you enjoy your work?
No, not really.
All right. Tell me about that part.
What part?
The not really part.
Oh, well, yeah, I guess I enjoyed the few long drives downstate, listening to the radio. On for a new station when I enter a new county. Maybe that.
All right. So what kind of radio?
Like the model?
No. Music like 70s, salsa, hair metal, reggae.
Yeah. I like a little bit of everything. Not much on country or rap or polka.
Of course.
Yeah, I usually find a classic rock or a good talk radio station.
Politics?
No, not so much. More entertainment talk radio. Harder to come by these days, but it's worth a hunt just to find something new along the way.
Sounds nice. You looking forward to doing that again?
Yeah, looking forward to doing anything again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dr. Lehman? Okay. Sure. All right, thanks. Sorry about that. So, we were talking about you looking forward to the prospect of living again. And I promise I will do everything in my power to make that an easy transition for you as we examine your mental health over the next few weeks. Looking here, we have the computer, we have your next appointment on the 23rd. Do you have any questions for me at all?
Yeah, where'd I go now?
Oh, when you exit the office, there'll be an orderly out there. They'll kind of give you a quick tour. They'll end in your room, and you can put on some real clothes and go ahead and get comfortable for the night. Are you hungry, Dan?
Okay. I mean, no, I'm not hungry, thanks.
Okay. Well, listen, go ahead, have a good night, and I will see you a week from today, okay?
Daniel, right?
Yeah, Dan.
Oh, Dan. Dan the man. Sorry about that. My name's Terrence. Better around here call me Tubbs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna tour you around the place, talk about the schedule a little bit, you know, and before we send you to your room. You need help walking?
No, I just need to stretch out.
All right then, well, I'm gonna grab this Elise and get right to it. Follow along. Okay, come on. Okay. Right here, this is the main hallway where all the dorms are located. We all filled up, so everybody share a room. Your room is like right over there. You be sharing with a guy named Sam. He's a really pretty cool cat. But just to let you know, he's kind of messy. All right? Follow me.
Hey Philip, what's your girl's name again? I see they're doing an expose on whales on TV.
All right. This right here is the TV room. You come out here any time of the day. We also have board games and books for you to read. But you got to be back to your room by 10 o'clock, all right? Because TV kick back on at 6 a.m. in the morning.
Hey Tubbs, you psycho?
Yeah. Greg, hush up. You nice, man. Don't mind him, man.
Yeah, never mind me.
Come on. Follow me. Come on. Continue on.
All right, I think it's time to...
This here is the nursing station, where we give out medicine and calls from the doctor, who we supervise from. If you happen to need anything, just come to the service window, which is also called the medicine window. All right? Okay, follow me. Yeah. We have 3 meals a day. Snacks, you get any time upon request from the nursing station. Breakfast stops serving it at 10. Lunch we serve between noon and 1. And you have a supper between 4 to 6.
The food any good?
Can be. I can tell you this, the pizza's pretty good. But the best thing here is biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, well, I've never had any good biscuits and gravy.
Well, you might now. Come on, let's go. Take you up to your room so you can change your clothes, okay? Sam, this is Dan the man. He's gonna be your new bunkmate.
Okay. Hey. Hi.
That there's the side of the room. Fresh clothes in the drawer. Well, I'll be going. You two be good. I'll see you around.
Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Well, we have a wild show today. I have a secret confession. So let's meet Julia and her husband, John. John, you know what, right? Okay. All right, I think it's time to hear what Julia McKinney here today to tell you something.
Baby, here's the deal. Every night, well, 3 or 4 nights a week when you think I'm waiting tables. Okay, folks, now, sometimes we get articles coming to the club that are sometimes fun and extravagant. Well, we have something coming up next that has to do with your health. This is a very important item. Do you know someone in your family that needs to watch their pulse or their blood pressure? It's something that's very, very important to do. We have, back again, a blood pressure monitor. Okay, here it is. This is a pulse monitor, a blood pressure machine, and a thermometer, all in one. Okay, folks, now, sometimes we get articles coming
Lenny.
up that are sometimes
What are you
fun
doing?
and extravagant.
Counting the pores on the back of your hand again?
No. The numbers change every day. That would be
Do you know someone
pointless.
in your family that needs to watch their pulse or their blood pressure? It's something that's very, very important to do.
Well,
we have back
you
again
do whatever you gotta do,
blood
buddy.
pressure monitor. Okay, here it is. This is a pulse monitor, a blood.
Hey, newbie.
Hi.
So, what's your ailment? Come on, man. We just don't check ourselves in here. Why are you here? What's wrong with you?
Well, we have a wild
I mean, you got like severe OCD? Or are you autistic like Lenny over there? Or maybe, just maybe you got a bug up your ass like Donald.
John, you love your wife a lot, right? All right, I think...
Oh, I get it. You know what? You're the type to fight invisible battles in your head. Like Barry over there.
All right, baby, here's the deal.
Are you depressed?
Every night, well, 3 or 4 nights a week, and I think I'm waiting tables.
You're a cutter, like Sam. It figures. That's why you guys share the same room. Daniel Malinak, Danville, Illinois. Oh. Hey, you're the guy. Hey, turn the TV on. Turn the news. Wow. So Dan from Danville. So what the hell happened there? Crazy, huh? Did you see him?
So how did you survive?
Hey, what the hell? I was talking to him.
Gee, Greg, why'd you have to hit him so hard?
I barely touched him, Lenny. Besides, I'm the one asking questions here.
Well, we have something coming up next
So how'd you
that
survive?
has to do with your health. This is a very important item. Do you know someone in your family that needs to watch
Terry.
their pulse or their blood pressure?
Turn the news.
It's something that's very, very important to do. We
You
have
see
back
what they're
again,
saying
a
on the news?
blood pressure monitor.
Do you remember anything?
You know, Rachel, we're weeks into
they're
this
still
attack that
showing
took
it.
place in Danville
Hey,
by the ISIS
what's wrong with y'all?
I can't believe
Yeah, leave him alone.
just the devastation and the destruction.
I said leave him alone.
It is utterly tragic, Jonathan. We're seeing
Y'all need to chill up in here.
views and
Stay in your
images
seats.
of what happened in Danville. I can't believe this has all happened in the Midwest.
And see, there always had been some talk that the next terrorist attack, you know, sort of in a post 9/11
Wanna see this?
might be in, you know, in the heartland, sort of a soft target where people aren't necessarily ready and prepared for. And obviously with this explosion and bomb blast we've seen in Danville, that prediction has unfortunately come true.
But we hope to get some more answers soon. I'm certain there are families throughout the country that are interested in their loved ones and what has happened to them here in Danville. We'll stay tuned and bring you more as we get it.
Rachel, we just heard Mayor Eisenhower, Mayor of Danville, you know, and just pleading. You just hear the emotion, you know, the tears, literally his voice cracking, just calling for help, calling for action. To see that so many thousands of not just his fellow citizens, but friends, neighbors, folks he grew up with, you know, just devastated by this attack.
And certainly, Jonathan, he sent his heartfelt condolences.
Leave him alone,
out to the
Greg.
general
All of
public.
you.
And again, like
And
you
turn
said,
that
he's
off.
pleading for anyone
You think
that
I want to see my buddies getting killed again on TV? He don't want to see it either.
And also, I thought it was interesting too that the mayor made a point, as much as he is clamoring for help and assistance,
Time for
also
medications.
people,
Everybody
to
line
give
up.
the first
No
responders,
stragglers.
give them their space, allow them, you know, to do their job. Yes, we all want answers, we all want action, but this has to be done, you know, in an orderly fashion. So even in his very emotional pleas for assistance, the mayor is keeping calm and want everything to stay orderly as these rescue
That's you
efforts
too, Dan.
continue.
And Mayor
That's some
Eisenhower is
fun.
also making known that he will be staying updated as we
Uh-huh.
are on the situation and will return to give us some more feedback and information as he gets it as well.
Greg, first as always.
Linda, lovely as always.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Thank you. Lenny, how's my sweetheart doing?
Great.
Thank you. Sam?
Hi.
Terrence?
Hi.
Hi, Linda.
Philip, here you go, hon. I already had yours, Greg. Nice try. Donald. Barry? Oh, you're the new patient.
Yeah, Daniel Malinak.
Okay.
What is this?
Oh, just something to help you sleep. Everybody gets one. Unless you think you'd like something stronger.
No.
Weeks into,
Initial concerns arose as military personnel cut off I-74 on both sides of the interstate, as well as all connecting roads. The city is completely quarantined, and there is absolutely no visible means of escape for the ISIS terrorists. Early estimates project that collateral damage to range in the billions of dollars, and following recovery could take more than 20 years before the soil can be properly irradiated for farm use. Mayor Eisenhower was attending an awards ceremony in Peoria when the attack occurred. We're told that FEMA has constructed
First and 10 in the closing minutes of the fourth quarter. Shifts to the right side for this play. And the ball is snapped. The quarterback fakes a throw left hand right, running back. Hello, America.
God damn it, son of a bitch! Where is it? Where is it?
I'm your host, Rob Baker. Let's welcome back our champion.
No, let me go. I need to find it. It's not where it should be.
What's wrong? I need you to come. Are you? What's going on?
I gotta find it. Don't know where it is, damn it.
The home team has first and 10 in the closing minutes of the fourth quarter.
You son of a bitch! I knew you had it. I'll kill you. I'll kill you. God damn it! No, man. I'm calm down.
Wendy, I need a wheelchair outside the rec room.
Okay, folks.
Come on, buddy.
Sometimes we get articles
We're gonna take a
coming
little
up
nap.
that are sometimes fun and extravagant. Well, we have something coming up next that has to do with your health. This is a very important item. Do you know someone in your family that needs to watch their pulse or their blood pressure? It's something that's very important. We have back again a blood pressure monitor. Okay, here it is. This is a pulse monitor, a blood pressure machine, and a thermometer.
Ever read it?
A digital thermometer.
No. Any good?
Yeah, I'd say so. I've read it a time or two. Quick read.
Hello, America, and welcome to Fact or Fiction.
So how are you adjusting?
It's hard to say. I don't like dragging this thing around. I generally don't like taking medication. Right now, I don't really feel like I belong with these people.
We're a mixed bunch, that's for sure.
Okay, folks. Now, sometimes we get articles coming to the club that are
What's wrong with the old guy?
fun and extravagant.
Donald?
Well, we have something coming up next that has
Just don't ever touch his books. See that shelf over there? He has it arranged very specifically. Checks it every day.
It's something that's very,
And the guy who had his book?
Ah, Brody? He's a schizo or something. Thinks he's turning into a chicken.
A chicken.
Yep. And that asshole from yesterday, Greg? Sociopath. Every behavioral trait exhibited. And your roommate, Sam? He's a cutter. Suicide watch. Lenny is an autistic savant. The only reason he's here is because his family doesn't want to take care of him anymore. Philip? has delusional and conduct disorder. And last but not least on this unit is Terrence, erotomania and bipolar disorder.
Erotomania?
Yeah, it's good for a laugh now and then. He falls in love with women he's never met.
How does that even happen?
Well, for instance, a few months ago, he fell in love with the weather lady on Channel 4. I guess that brings us to you. We know what happened, but why are you joining our ranks?
Early estimates project the
I
collateral
don't know.
damage to range between
I guess that's why the
14
doctor
to
said I'm here.
$14 billion.
Dr. Lehman?
Recovery could take over 20 years
Yeah.
before they can
Good
properly
man.
irradiate the soil.
A bit scattered in our sessions much of the time, but a good psychiatrist nonetheless.
Award ceremony in
Well, then I
Peoria
should be out of here in no
September
time.
3rd. FEMA has constructed relief stations where they are administering medication for radiation poisoning on a daily basis to the public. Protesters and veterans have rallied in D.C., calling for immediate response in the Middle East. FEMA is scouring the area for potential survivors among the rubble.
So what's going on with...
Well, looks like the terrorists died in the explosion. Now the government's just doing more investigation into their backgrounds. If they can get in here and pull this off, there's no way we can know what will happen next. This ISIS thing is getting way out of hand.
So it was ISIS?
Yep. Didn't you see them? I thought they took the whole town hostage.
What are you talking about? What about all the people?
Dan, I don't know how to break this to you. I thought someone told you. You're the only survivor. You never saw them. You remember that little.
I don't think I've forgotten any of it.
ISIS took the whole town hostage. They said they rounded everybody up and that they'd set off a nuke if their demands weren't met. The whole town was held hostage for 3 days. There were a few skirmishes between ISIS and the military, and then they blew it up. They picked you up just outside of town.
All right, baby, here's the deal.
So, Dan, how are you adjusting?
Not good. I can't taste anything. I don't like dragging this thing around. I don't like the noise of a big city, and frankly, I don't like being in a mental hospital.
Well, you should be able to taste your food by now, but I'll see about adjusting your meds. All right, so morale's low. Okay, I understand that. Any other reason? Actually, you know what? How are you coping with the loss of your home right now?
It's not so much the loss of home as how I lost it. The things I'm hearing, seeing on the TV. It just doesn't make sense.
How so? Let's try a different tack. Why do you think you're still dragging around this IV drip?
Recovering from exhaustion, 3 days of not stopping.
Dan, you're recovering from radiation poisoning, okay? That bag feeding into your arm, that's a solution of potassium iodide. And that aching you felt your first few days here, That's the side effects of radiation. Look, you're here because you lost everything, okay? Now, what you went through during this whole ordeal, we won't know until we talk about it. But it's something that has to be processed, okay? Whether it's survivor's guilt, PTSD, grief, confusion. Okay, we need to discuss it. And you talking to me is the only way you are going to get out of here and start building your life again, all right?
All you've heard about is terrorists.
The news, right?
Yeah, there was an explosion, but there was more to it than that.
All right, well, listen, that's why we're here. So tell me about it.
I just feel nobody's mentioned. I just don't know how no one could know.
You know what, man?
About the eating people.
Hey, it's starting! I see a feather!
Gentlemen, please. I'm such a crank.
No. Tell me, is it true? Hey, buddy, let's get you out of here. It's a little crowded in here. Breathe. I don't want to say. It's okay. It's too late! Too fucking late!
You know, last week when you were showing me around to everyone else, you failed to mention why it is that you're here.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
PTSD. I was in practically the whole time. Stayed on my own for a long time after that. Had a wife. She died. When I freaked out on a cop 4 years ago, they threw me in here.
The cop okay?
Eventually.
Dan? Barry?
Hi.
So, what the hell happened last night? Did you overdose on your meds?
No, I'm fine.
You didn't look fine. At least that's what Sam tells us.
I saw them drag you to the infirmary.
Come on, guys.
Hey, we're not bothering him. We're just making sure he's all right, Barry. So, why aren't you one of the corpses in Danville?
Why does it matter?
Come on. We're all a bunch of crazies, all right? I mean, who are we gonna tell in here? You are like the last survivor. People are gonna ask you that question the rest of your life, so you might as well get used to it.
What the hell? You're all crazy anyway. Last night I had like a panic attack.
From what?
I had a dream or something.
Ah, the 2 girls, 1 cup dream. Yeah, had that too. Kind of puked.
No, it's about Danville.
What was it?
Not what you saw in the news.
Okay. Then what's that mean?
It's not true.
The nuke?
Well, that happened.
Okay, then what?
The terrorists.
Right.
Oh, all right. So I guess it was like they were never there?
Exactly.
Okay. Well, if they weren't there, how did the bomb get set off? Matter of fact, how did they get the bomb there?
I don't know. All I know is I was there all 3 days and I didn't see or hear of any terrorists.
So the city was never held hostage?
I mean, I don't know, it's a possibility. They could have caused the whole thing, but why Danville?
No, man, look. There were phone calls to those fuckers, okay? They were fighting the army, and they were executing prisoners. And if it wasn't ISIS, then who the hell were they?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out. You know, no one's even mentioned the biggest part of the whole thing.
So that was the dream. What happened?
People were eating people.
People were eating people.
Yeah, but worse. Dead people.
People eating dead people?
No, dead people were eating living people.
Okay, so like the dead just got up, started walking, and eating the living? Dang, you are crazy. I'm glad we got your ass in here, because you're fucking nuts. I'm talking crazy. Brody crazy.
More likely than terrorist.
What's that, Lenny?
Undead cannibals. More likely than a terrorist attack.
Come on. Where are your numbers to support that one?
More likely to be bitten by a poisonous spider than be in a terrorist attack.
You know what? You guys are nuts.
Well, since the military never breached the perimeter and Dan here is our only witness, I'd say that his account is the only one we can trust.
It was ISIS. ISIS hates us.
I believe you, Dan.
I believe you, Dan. Fucking zombies? Jesus Christ. You guys are all fucking whacked. Especially you. Lenny.
Hello, America, and welcome to Fact or Fiction. I'm your host, Rob Baker. Now, today's show, let's welcome back our champion, Bunny.
Come on! It can't be that fucking hard. No wonder you don't have a girl. You don't have a clue what to do. Fucking pussy.
So what are you reading now?
Dostoevsky.
Dosta what?
This is called Notes from the Underground by Fyodor Dostoevsky. It's a good read.
What's it about?
It's about a man with too much conscience and his time with a hooker as a young man.
Okay.
What's on your mind, pal? You thinking about it?
Are we pals already?
Well, I don't see you sitting and talking to Greg.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it.
Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know what did or didn't happen. But I know one thing.
What's that?
You don't seem crazy to me. Or like much of a liar.
I've just got so much going through my mind, man.
I find that sometimes it's not so much who you're talking to, but that you get to hear yourself say it, get it out in the open. Helps to organize things in your mind.
Well, the things that happen to me, like to everyone, like I know it was real, but the things I'm hearing, seeing, and I mean, this story, it's just making me doubt myself. Those 3 days, I killed people. You know, in defense of my own, I bludgeoned them to, if they weren't dead, if it didn't really happen that way, I've got to live with that.
That is a big load.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about the story you've heard seems to ring true?
Just the explosion. I'd finally reached the edge of town. I was exhausted, hungry, and scared for my life. I found some people there finally that could help me out. You know, the army was there, and then boom. I woke up in the infirmary with an IV drip and a head pounding like an anvil. I know what happened was real. The other night I had some sense memory stuff.
Sense memory, like you smelled something and remembered.
No, more like, okay. The orderlies make us keep the door open at night, right? Apparently Sam hasn't been doing so well. So The hallway light was flickering, and instantly I was a sweating mess back in the sticks. And I had this, this lead pipe I'd used to defend myself.
So that's what made you nauseous? The panic attack?
Yeah.
Sounds a lot like what I go through.
Really?
Oh yeah, post-traumatic stress disorder. I don't have panic attacks, but I've had flashbacks that put me back in the moment. Trust me, those are moments you do not want people around for.
They still happen?
No, not so much. Finally got my meds right.
So why stay?
Well, I've gotten into a routine around here. And I'm not sure how the meds would respond if I exposed them to the outside world. Not a lot of people end up on the mental ward because of PTSD. I'm considered a pretty severe case. Yeah, I'm nice and safe right here. I don't mind so much. It's not like I have anybody anyways.
I guess I don't anymore either.
So, how does it feel to not be dragging around the IV any longer there, Dan?
Feels great.
Well, listen, I'd like to apologize for the way the session ended last week. That was definitely an uncommon circumstance, okay? So, Dan, last time we were here, we just started scratching the surface on a subject I've been meaning to get back to. And I think the phrase that you used was eating people. And now were these people eating something they weren't supposed to, or are we talking about cannibalism, or?
Yeah, I really don't want to talk about that.
Okay, well, why not?
I just don't feel like you'd believe me. So for me to sit here and talk about it just makes me sound crazy.
Listen, I think if you told anyone that you're the lone survivor of a gruesome terrorist attack, I think most people would find you crazy, and of course, until you tell them which one. These terrorists, were they committing cannibalism?
That's the thing. There were no terrorists.
What do you mean, no terrorists?
I suppose what happened might have been the work of terrorists, but this?
Oh, okay, well, let's examine this. So, you say there are no terrorists. Who held the city hostage? The military had a perimeter set up for, what, 3 days? What about the quarantine? The men that were apprehended?
They apprehended someone?
You aren't watching the news?
Would you?
I might. I mean, I've not been what you've been through, and I won't know what that is until you tell me. Yeah, I mean, yes, I understand. I can see why you maybe would not want to watch the news, the constant reminder of what happened to you. And also at the same time, I can see why to watch constantly just because looking for signs of survivors, the prospect of justice. They did apprehend 4 members of ISIS.
Well, if they can explain what happened, then great. Otherwise, it's all for nothing.
You aren't going to tell me why you aren't watching the news.
Because it's all lies.
Well, what lies, Dan? Dan, where are the lies?
ISIS may have caused the whole thing, but no one was held hostage. Gunmen, phone calls, executions. I don't think any of that ever happened.
Okay. What about the exchange of gunfire?
Well, that makes sense.
Okay, now, why would that make sense if there weren't any gunmen?
It was 3 days. Or how?
believe you. I believe you, Dan. Listen, unfortunately, we are out of time. So, Dan, I have to prepare for my next session. So I will see you next week, okay? Continuation of evaluation notes for Daniel Melnick. Dan still lacks trust with me, although this is definitely understandable. Not only do we not have as much time as I'd like, but it seems the delusions that he may be suffering from differ drastically from the actual account. During our next session, I'll have to be more open to what he believes happened. And I think wherever he tells me, I think will be less about Danville and definitely more about Danville. I'm going to change his medications, start him on a round for PTSD, some Prozac, Remeron, a little Tegretol, as well as our standard sleep aid. I'll also switch up our schedule, moving our sessions closer together, which will show him that he is more of a priority for me and that hopefully he'll loosen up.
These are completely different from what I've been taking. Maybe you gave me the wrong ones.
I don't think so, Mr. Malinak. The doctor changed your prescription this afternoon.
Well, can I at least know what these are?
Mr. Malinak, the staff here take great care to make sure that everyone gets...
I don't care about that. Don't I have the right to know what the hell it is I'm taking?
There's no need for that kind of language.
Please.
Dr. Lehman prescribed 60 milligrams of Prozac, 30 milligrams of Remeron, Tegretol, and of course your usual sleep aid, which you've been taking since you got here.
And those are for...
Looks like you're being treated for post-traumatic stress disorder.
Thank you.
Welcome.
What was that all about?
New pills.
Huh.
PTSD.
Ah.
Thank you very much, folks. Thank you.
Then you're in good hands.
Show today. I have a secret confession. So let's meet Julia and her husband John.
Hey, Dan. Dan. Okay, man, come on. You best get up. You've been complaining about the food this morning. This isn't gravy. Come on, get up. There should be plenty left. Go on before he stops serving.
The fact that there's plenty left isn't very comforting.
Morning.
Yes, it is.
Sleep well?
That's fine.
Apprehensive? Don't be. It only looks bland. Actually, it's delicious. It's the best thing they serve.
Yeah, well, in that case, I really hope I'll like it.
Good, huh?
Yeah, just a little salty.
That's the sausage.
Give me some more food, damn it.
Sorry, I can't do that.
Bitch.
Hot sauce?
Yep. I like it when my food bites back.
Yeah, well, me too. Just not where I don't have teeth.
Are you trying to starve me? Huh? If we weren't here, you wouldn't even have a fucking job. Now give me some more fucking food! Greg! What? Calm down. Wait, no, hold on. Hey, fuck no, Greg. No, she just gave me a biscuit with a dot of grape. You fucking bitch! Fuck, Greg. There you go. Come on, Greg. Come on. Let's go. Get off me. Let's go. Fuck.
Jesus.
Fucking Greg. He'll deserve everything they give him. It ought to be quieter in the rec room this week.
What's wrong with that guy?
He's all trouble. Total psychopath. Yep, next few days are going to be sweet.
Dan, what's wrong?
Quite the ordeal last night. Do you want to tell me about it?
I would, but it won't make sense unless I tell you the rest. The whole thing.
Oh. Okay, if you don't mind, I'd like to record this so I can be more attentive, if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay. Session with Daniel Melnick, hearing his account of the attack on Danville. Okay, begin whenever you're ready.
I was getting ready to head out for another shipment. I think it was going to be Spokane next. After a TV dinner and watching the news, I thought I'd head to bed. I finally headed that way about 10:30 or so. At about 5 a.m., I wake up to someone banging on the door, yelling. It sounded like a woman. I get up, throw my pants on, and head to the door. By the time I get there, she's run off halfway down the street. I yell for her to stop. She turns around. A truck comes out of nowhere from right around the corner and just flattened her like a rag doll. And kept on driving. I just stood there, I couldn't believe what I'd just seen, you know? And for a minute, I'm expecting sirens. And when I hear them, they're zipping down the other side of the street, and it's a fire truck. And then some woman comes out of a house screaming from across the street. From there, just total chaos.
That still doesn't tell me much.
I called out to the lady, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And by the time she reaches her car, her husband comes running out of the house. Blood all over his face and hands. And he just throws himself through the driver's side window. And I mean, throws himself. He tore to pieces in the front seat, right there in front of me. Bit into her face, ears, chest, hell, everything. From there, I was scared. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I ran back into the house and grabbed my shoes, my shirt, put my hat on, and I grabbed my wallet.
So why is that funny?
Because of everything I might have needed, I grabbed my fucking wallet.
I mean, it seems logical. I mean, I always have my wallet.
Sure, I have pocket stuff, but this was a survival situation. 3 days of looking for food, weapons, shelter. When I think to myself, I need my wallet.
All right, so then what?
I got in my car. I figured I'd head to McGuire's to see if Jim or any of the other guys were there. And try to figure out what was happening. 2 blocks in, I got in a car wreck and had my first encounter with someone who tried to rip my face off. I managed to get away and into a restaurant by the wreck. Inside, I met up with a few guys who they'd said they'd seen what happened, seen what caused these people to freak out. One of the guys said he'd seen a man have a heart attack after drinking a soda. Got up a few minutes later and started attacking people. One of the guys in the group, he'd been bitten on the shoulder. He died a few minutes after we barricaded ourselves in. He turned and attacked another man, bit right into his arm. The guys in the group, they start talking, realize it's the bites that causes these people to freak out. And we see a horde of the geeks outside.
The geeks?
The biters, the ones who changed out on the street. So, after the barricade falls down, we head out back to the alley with our bit man. We find a garage and we drag him inside. One of the guys finds a hacksaw and has the idea to amputate to save him.
No, man, no. No, please, no! Please!
He didn't make it. After that, I managed to get away and spent my first night in the back of a box truck.
Well, that was the first day. What about the other 2 days?
Spend the next 2 days alone, just surviving.
Now, was the first day your only encounters with the, I think as you say, biters?
No.
Okay. Do you want to tell me about it?
The other encounters? Like, what about them?
Anything, everything.
I had to defend myself.
Okay, and what did that entail?
I had a pipe. I found that the second day after I woke up and didn't see nothing but dead ones around.
Okay, now how do you know they were dead?
Each account I'd witnessed or I'd heard of, the person died and then came back.
Now, was there a doctor in this group of men at the restaurant?
No, I don't know.
Please, continue.
You don't understand. After the first day, they weren't just rushing through windows or at people. They were rotting. Do you think people just came down with leprosy overnight? We're done here.
No, Dan, please. Sorry, I'm just scanning my memory. No, No, honestly, I don't think the whole town came down with leprosy that quickly. No, of course not. Please continue. You were defending yourself. You were using a lead pipe.
Yeah. I had a pipe. I had to defend myself. I had to kill. I don't even know if you can say kill if they were dead already. You know, but I had to defend myself. I had to keep hitting them until they stopped, you know, moving.
No, it sounds awful.
Yeah, I don't think you know much about it.
I went to med school, Dan. I've seen some things.
Have you ever bludgeoned an old man until the line between his skull and the ground doesn't exist? Sorry.
All right. So you somehow got out of town on the third day, just before the explosion.
Yeah.
All right, now, last night's incident.
Hallucination, flashback, lucid dreaming. I don't know.
Okay, so you were bitten and you tried to amputate.
Yeah.
Interesting. It sounds like you were reliving a memory, only you were hallucinating that instead it was happening to you.
Do you think it could have been the drugs?
I mean, the meds I prescribed are supposed to actually get rid of flashbacks, not encourage them.
Right, I know. Thanks for that, by the way. I mean, isn't there supposed to be some sort of grace period before we change it all?
I mean, I see what you mean. It's definitely a distinct possibility, and I'll check up on that. And actually, we're out of time for today. I want to thank you for sharing that with me today, Dan. And we definitely have a lot to talk about during our next session, but I feel like we made a lot of progress today. And listen, don't be surprised if we tweak your meds a bit again, okay?
Thanks for the heads up.
Okay. Mr. Malick's condition is much worse than originally anticipated. Although it could be PTSD, it's looking more like a complete psychopathic breakdown, maybe schizophrenia. I'm going to switch him to clozaril just to be safe. Now, PTSD victims are known to have flashbacks, commonplace. Some even black out images altogether due to shock and trauma. But Daniel seems to have replaced his experiences altogether. Based on the recording, these replaced events are the complete fantasy. But of course, before 9/11, most people would think a terrorist attack of this magnitude to be complete fiction.
Okay, folks. Now, sometimes we get articles coming to the club that are sometimes fun and extravagant. Well, we have something coming up next that has to do with your health. This is a very important item. Do you know someone in your family that needs to
Checkmate.
watch their pulse or their blood pressure? It's something that's very, very
Damn it, Lenny, how am I not seeing this?
You played real well, Barry. Real well.
Okay, here it is.
Yeah, but you beat me every time.
Yeah.
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 A digital thermometer. It retails at
But you're the only real challenge in the whole ward.
and it's yours right now.
I know that's a compliment, Lenny, but it doesn't make my pride feel any better. Funny part in your war story? You play him.
No. 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 That wouldn't be any fun.
Well, thanks, Lenny.
Hey, Dan, I was thinking. Have you considered that everything we're seeing is a cover-up? With what you've described, with what you've experienced, I wouldn't doubt it for a minute. The government's got secrets nowadays.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it. on. It just doesn't make sense. That's a huge cover-up. My whole city's gone.
It was quarantined for 3 days, not just the supposed hostage areas, but the whole town. Much like what the CDC would do to prevent the spread of infection. The gunshots was the government dispatching the biters. After 3 days, they realize that the situation is uncontrollable. So they blow it. Destroy the evidence, feed the news channels the story they want. Sound too crazy?
No, I would have just never pieced it together like that.
And you're the movie watcher.
What about the phone calls? The negotiations with ISIS?
Patsies.
Patsies?
Someone to pin the blame on. It's easy to put the blame on someone no one knows from the Middle East. Smack dab in the middle of a war on terror.
This pizza is the best.
They're all right for processed food. You want some of mine?
Yeah, sure. Great. Thank you.
What's going on with Barry today?
Barry isn't feeling well today. He said his stomach hurt. Not well.
Huh. Finish your story. Oh, okay. So she ends up spending the night. Your parents allowed that?
Well,
you're liking this story, aren't you, Lenny? I thought you would. Yeah. No, well, my mom said she couldn't, just go home, so she said she could stay the night. She could sleep in my bed. I had to sleep on the couch. Did you sneak up? Yeah. Well, don't get too excited, Lenny. She was asleep by the time I got up there. So nothing happened? Well, I saw more than I would have in school. I mean, when she walked from the bathroom to the bedroom, she was in just a t-shirt and panties. Whoa. What kind of panties? Lace? A thong? What? Oh, it was the early 90s, those little white ones. How old was she? I think we were 17. Holy shit.
So, your story is that you once saw a pretty girl in her underwear in your house.
So, what's your story?
I was a truck driver. I tailed in 7 states.
Let me in. Gang, let me in. Yo, come on. Let me in. Come on. Let me in. Hey, come on.
Another hallucination?
It felt real.
Well, that's what they call a hallucination.
I didn't want it to happen.
So you barred the door because...
There was a mob of undead. The decision was clear to me.
Well, we do have a little time left, so I'd like to talk about Danville.
I've already told you everything about it.
I just have a few questions. I'm having trouble putting together the pieces. And what you told me is so different than what was broadcast on the news. And my question is, why would they have a different story?
This isn't an I feel type of question. You tell me, why are they so different?
I mean, why not just come out with the truth if what you say happened did happen?
Shouldn't you ask them?
Well, unfortunately, unlike yourself, I don't have that luxury. What we do have is someone that lived through the event, and we have your perspective on it and how you felt during it. How do you feel now?
I guess I feel dejected from the whole situation.
How so?
Well, I would have expected more press, you know? Someone from the government asking me questions. You know, some response or involvement.
Well, firstly, we don't allow the press in here, but I think I know what you mean. Have you asked yourself why the story on TV is just very different from the one that you experienced? What have you come up with?
I don't believe a word of it.
Okay. Okay. Does the news, does it frighten you?
Frighten me?
Yeah, frighten you.
No, it pisses me off. It's all lies. If they aren't talking about dead people reanimating and eating the living, then it's all for nothing. You know, they may as well be talking about a story about a puppy stuck under a tool shed.
All right. You haven't considered the possibility that what you believe happened may not have?
Yeah, at first, you know, I went through it in my mind, but no, it happened. What's on the TV, that's the falsehood.
Okay. So why lie to the public?
People would panic if we found out what really happened. You know, with the way the things are now, the war on terror, it's an easy scapegoat.
Scapegoat. Okay, so you think the government knows what really happened?
Of course they do.
So it's a conspiracy.
Why do I feel like that's supposed to discredit everything I say from here?
Well, it's not. I mean, lots of things are conspiracies. I'm just asking you if you agree with the term.
Okay then, yeah, sure.
All right, so we know the official story, and you were discussing the war on terror scapegoat. Phone calls with ISIS.
That's what I'm saying. It's a fabrication.
And no one's asking other questions.
You tell me.
All right. Here's my problem, okay? From everyone at the top to everyone in the military to the National Guard on roadblocks, firing at these terrorists.
That's not what they were firing at.
Regardless, okay, everyone involved in the incident, for it to go unheard and lied about, there has to be an awful lot of evil people sitting quiet on this. I mean, and where are the whistleblowers at?
I thought about that too. Mm-hmm. If this all stems from the top, then the number of people who know about this is much smaller.
Okay, what about the National Guard shooting at these flesh-eating people?
They'd have thought they were terrorists. Or maybe if people were told that if they tried to escape that they would be gunned down. The demands were, if anyone went in or out, they'd blow it, right? Right?
Yes, those were their demands, yes.
So, if anyone was seen trying to escape, as it would appear to them, it would be seen as a threat to the bomb going off.
So they gunned down American citizens, likely unarmed ones, right?
Like they haven't done that before? Remember Katrina?
So they fire at American citizens rather than the terrorists. Okay, that still doesn't explain why there are no whistleblowers, Dan.
Only a few people would know about it. It only takes the highest military official to tell one lie to the next person in the chain of command for it to get passed on.
And what lie would that be?
ISIS.
And the bomb?
Well, obviously a bomb went off.
Mm-hmm. All right, so who? Why?
The government. After the military quarantined the place and after 3 days of not being able to control it, they had to get rid of the evidence.
Okay, so our government bombed its own city, making it uninhabitable for decades to what? To stop infection?
Why not?
Dan, I'm not here to argue per se, but don't you think you're looking for any and every which way possible just to convince yourself of what happened to you?
How so?
All right, this whistleblower situation, for instance. And let's follow your logic, okay? You say just a few people know about this, leaving the number of conspirators at the top small and manageable for such a dark secret. Now, however, the result of that lie leaves both the National Guard firing on unarmed civilians and our government wiping the city and its inhabitants off the map. Is that really so hard to believe that this is the work of terrorists, Dan?
What is this? Are they telling you to say this?
I'm just posing the question, Dan.
No. No, you're not. Why am I really here, huh? Is it because I know the truth? Is that why nobody's talking to me? Is that why you're here?
Listen, we're just here to talk, okay? Now, I just have a feeling that the answer you have to the question, it's scaring you.
I know what's happening here. You're in on this. That's why they kept me in here, to keep me silent. So what's the protocol, eh, Doc? What, they keep me locked up in here until I'm in agreement that, this was a terrorist attack and not dead people eating the living?
Oh,
huh?
Who's they, Dan? The government? I don't...
Who else?
Dan?
You know, I'm fucking done here.
Dan, I need you to calm down, all right?
Oh, I'm plenty calm. I'm not telling you a damn thing ever again. You can't keep me locked up in here.
All right, well, let's call it a day. All right?
Get off of me, you bastards! Get off of me! I know what you're gonna do. You're just gonna drug me. I know what's going on here. I know the truth. They're trying to silence me. Help!
Okay, folks, now, sometimes we get articles coming to the club that are sometimes fun and extravagant. Well, we have something coming up next that has to do with your health. This is a very important item. Do you know someone in your family that needs to watch their pulse or their blood pressure? It's something that's very, very important to do. We have, back again, a blood pressure monitor. Okay, here it is. This is a pulse monitor, a blood pressure machine, and a thermometer all in one. A digital thermometer. It retails at $94.95, and it's yours right.
You don't want to put that tie down.
Shut up, Marty. What?
You too, huh? I'll just go to fucking bed then.
Can I help you?
Can I have some water, please?
Why don't you just use the fountain in the hall?
It's by the cafeteria.
Give me a minute.
Hit me again, please.
All right, but this is the last time. From now on, you need to start using your bathroom sink or the fountain in the hall by the cafeteria.
Thanks. Thank you. sick.
Dan?
Yeah?
Oh, okay. I was just seeing if you're still in there.
Yeah, I am.
It's been a long time.
Don't you think I already know that?
Well, have you gone yet? I need to use the restroom.
If I would have been able to go, I would have fucking gone already.
Okay, geez. You don't have to be so angry about it.
All right, Dan, get up. Linda and Doc say you can't leave around here anymore today. Gotta get up and get around.
Home team has 1st and 10 in the closing minutes of the 4th quarter. Note the offense shifts
Hey,
to the
Dan.
right side for this play. And the ball is snapped.
Hey.
Quarterback fakes a throw left, hands off right, running back.
What have you been reading in your room? I haven't seen you in a few days.
2 books actually. The Invisible Man and To Kill a Mockingbird.
Harper Lee, she's wonderful. The Invisible Man's a great book, but To Kill a Mockingbird is my favorite, hands down.
Yeah, I really liked it. One you're supposed to read in high school.
Well, we have a wild show.
The movie doesn't give the book justice.
Never does.
So let's meet Julia and her husband John. Alright, so let me get this straight. You guys have been married for 2 years now. That's great. And John, you love your wife a lot, right? Alright, I think it's time to hear your wife's secret confession. Julia, you came here today to tell your husband something. Go ahead.
Alright, baby, here's the deal.
What did you grab?
The Stranger by Albert Camus.
That's pronounced Albert Camus.
You ever read it?
It's kind of a crazy story, actually.
Thank you very much, folks. Thank you. Well, we have a
What are you reading?
show today.
Catch-22.
Isn't that a war novel?
Yeah, World War II.
I thought you didn't read war novels.
I don't usually. Oh, so why this one now?
John, you love your wife a lot, right?
I don't know. It's been weird around here lately. This one kind of jumped out to me this time around.
And you like it?
It's not my first time reading it. I usually avoid horror stories like this one. You ever read it?
No. The name sounds familiar, though. They make a movie for it?
I wouldn't know. The title Catch-22 refers to the fact that there's a catch to nearly everything, essentially. See, there's this man. He's a gunner on one of those super fortresses, the most dangerous job in the war. To be relieved of this very hazardous duty, you have to be declared insane. Of course, knowing this, everyone and his mother claims insanity.
So what's the catch?
The catch is that if you're sane enough to claim you're insane, you're deemed to be perfectly healthy.
What?
Crazy people don't think they're crazy. They think they're perfectly fine. If you are a sound enough mind to rationally consider the prospect of being crazy, you're not crazy enough.
I don't think I follow.
Let me give you an example. Private Cecil comes in from a very dangerous mission, scared half to death, and the next 100 Private Cecils for that matter. Either way, he goes to his captain and he goes, "I can't do this anymore, Captain, I'm crazy." Is he crazy?
No, he's just scared.
Right. What does a crazy one do?
I don't know.
He comes in after losing his entire crew and asks for another mission.
So what you're saying is, you have to be crazy in order to get out.
Yes and no. There was a road he hadn't seen yet. You'll just have to read it for yourself.
John, you love your wife a lot, right? All right, I think it's time to hear your wife's secret confession.
What's going on?
You've been given a new room. You buckle any now.
Huh. Really? Okay, cool.
You already moved your stuff.
Hey, Lenny. I heard you're my new bunkmate.
Yeah.
Does that upset you?
No.
Does it make you happy?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll see you tonight.
Yeah.
Are you all right, buddy?
These new meds, worst side effects ever. You should have told me about this book.
The stranger? Are you sure you're okay?
This guy's crazy. Doesn't give a shit about anything.
Well, it's also about mortality, but I didn't find him to be crazy.
The guy kills people. Doesn't give a shit about anything. No heart.
Well, yes, but that's because of what he's come to value. He just has a different way of looking at things.
So what, like, life is meaningless?
That's really oversimplifying it, but yeah.
You know what these remind me of?
What's that?
I'm reading about this crazy man who doesn't think he's crazy. And you're reading about the catch of not being crazy. I feel like both characters.
Interesting.
Like in Catch 22, I'm stuck in this place, trying to prove my sanity, you know, by examining myself, which by definition, sane people would not do. At the same time, I don't believe I'm crazy, which makes me sound just as crazy as the guy in The Stranger.
Quite a quandary.
It just doesn't make sense.
What doesn't?
Me being crazy. I mean, I lived a normal life. I felt normal every day. I did normal things. I didn't have a particularly rough childhood. I had loving parents. I graduated high school on time. You know, I went to school for my CDL, and I got all my necessary driving certificates. I started making money. It doesn't make sense. You know, why am I crazy now?
A crazy person wouldn't ask that.
Then why am I fucking in here?
Dan? Dan?
You son of a bitch!
Well, Dan, this is supposed to be our last session for final evaluation. You're being committed, Mr. Melnick. You'll be kept under a regular dosage of sedatives. There will be no more sessions. The severity of a condition is something that we need to spend a lot of time on here trying to regulate. Schizophrenia is a serious condition that, based on how our sessions have gone, it's been made very clear that you and I can no longer effectively communicate and address the real issues.
Committed a murder, Mr. Melnick. Even if you were in decent mental health, the hospital would surely file charges to prevent a lawsuit. We've run out of options. I'm sorry for what happened in Danville. It must have been a terrible ordeal.
I'm truly sorry we couldn't do more to help you, Dan.